Hello, friends. Michael Butler, Beyond Publishing, a full-service hybrid publishing company from Dallas, Texas. So you want to write a book, or you've been working on your book for years and you just need help getting it out to the world. How do you know if your book will sell? How do you know if you have the right book cover? How do you know if you have the right title and subtitle? Well, I'm going to give you some tips today that could really help you. And I'm also going to give you some free tools that can add value to help you write a bestseller, get global distribution for your bestseller, to go bestseller, and to even make your book available for bookstores and libraries, which libraries are the #1 buyers of books in the world. So if you're writing a nonfiction book, you need to realize that 76% of books in English are bought and read outside of the US. So if you're only putting your book up on Amazon, you're only taking advantage of 55% of global distribution, because according to Forbes, Amazon is only 55% of the world's book sales. But how do you get distribution beyond Amazon? Let me give you a free copy of my 80-page book, Bestseller Status, Becoming a Best-Selling Author in the Digital Age. Go to bestsellerstatus.com and grab your free copy now. Tons of practical information and insight on writing a bestseller, going bestseller, and getting global distribution for your book. This book's helped thousands of people. Secondly, how do you discipline yourself to get the writing done? So many authors get stuck. They get stuck in their creativity and they start editing. That's one of the quickest ways to stifle creativity, is to go into editing mode. And I say stay creative. Do everything you can do to complete that first vomit draft of the manuscript. Editing comes later. When it comes to asking yourself the question, why do you want to write a book? To establish credibility, to get on more stages, to get speaking events, to be interviewed, to get on, be a guest on people's podcasts. All of these are great reasons. What about being able to charge more for speaking and coaching because you are an author? You know, a lot of our authors tell us, with 350 titles published in the last 3 years, a lot of our authors tell us that once they launch the book, that's when they start getting interviewed. If you've reached out to media and if you've reached out to podcast hosts, they want to know if you've got a book to offer to their guest. And so once the book's done, there's credibility. There's that whole thing of being a guest on his show. Congratulations. But I want to get back to the creative part, and I want to get back to the nuts and bolts. What I personally do is I find my best writing time is early in the morning. Waking up at 5, 6 o'clock, going for my run, having my quiet time, and then I get into creative mode. And for me, it's not very long. It's just 15 or 20 minutes where every morning at the computer, 7 days a week, I'm doing my typing, I'm doing my writing. That's my creative time. And studies show that if you write at the same time every day, and you even write in the same place every day. Now today I'm traveling here. I'm not even at my home office. I'm on the road. Write at a creative place, the same place and the same time every day. It's like going to the gym. You've triggered the muscle, and psychologically your mind, your mental state is prepared. You're using those writing muscles. You know, a few years ago, I ran my first marathon, and I realized I wanted to run my marathon before I turned 40. And at 39 and a half, I realized I better get to work if I'm going to run my first marathon before 40. But I quickly realized two things. One is I didn't give myself enough time. 6 months is not enough time to train, because that first day I went out and ran, I ran 1 block. And the next day, that's all I could run. The next day I ran a block and 2 mailboxes, and that's all I could do. So I joined a running club. I joined a running group, and that running group helped me collapse the training curve that normally took 12 months. I was able to run my first marathon with that group 6 months later, right before I turned 40. So I reached my goal. And so many times as creatives, because life gets in the way, as entrepreneurs, there's things we have to do every day. There simply aren't enough hours in the day. So what we've created for you is a course called writebook60days.com, where we've helped hundreds of people literally write their book in 2 months. The formula and the tools that we give you in this writing course, it's online, it's personalized, it's a private Facebook group. We cap it at 15 people, and 70% is our success rate of people literally completing their manuscript by week 8. So if you want more information and get on the waiting list for the next, we start a new one every month, writebook60days.com, to get on the waiting list and see if it's a good fit for you. So these things, running with a group, training with a group, writing with a group, can literally help you. Some of the testimonials and feedback we've gotten from this group has been, Michael, I've spent years trying to finish my manuscript and get my book out to the world, and I just can't afford a ghostwriter right now. I need to get this book out. And people that come through this course, literally it's taken them 2 years to do a chapter. By week 6, it's going to take you 20 minutes to do a chapter with the formula that I give you. I believe in you. I believe in the value of your message. I believe it's time for your voice to be heard and for your message to change the world. So I'll see you, and reach out to me. I'm also giving you my personal reach out information is meetmichaeld.com. Jump on my calendar. Let's do a meeting and talk about your next book.